Hey guys, Diane Flores here with Venus Fitness Studio and Living the Goddess Life. I'm super washed out in this video. And welcome to my messy kitchen. I literally just flew through the door. I picked up some groceries and there's some not so traditional diet foods and things that I eat on the regular, things that my son eats. And I know a lot of times I get asked about nutrition and diet and grocery shopping and how to not feel like you're just going crazy with dieting and not being able to eat certain foods, especially with any of my clients that are new to my 6-week transformation programs. They're like, oh my gosh, what can I eat? I can't have that, da 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 da. And if you've been hanging out with me long enough on the Facebook, you should know that I am not about strict deprivation diets. I adhere to a 90/10 approach in terms of fat loss. So 90% of the time, eating good, wholesome, clean sources of protein and vegetables and healthy fats. And then the other 10% is fun foods that are gonna keep me sane, that are gonna keep me from doing this whole yo-yo back and forth dieting. Hi, Sandra. Let me know if you just signed in to say hi, like plug in the comments below. Don't worry, I can't see you. You can only see me in my grossy, nasty kitchen because I need to definitely do some cleaning. So I'm going to take you through my grocery haul, show you some things for you purists out there that are going to talk shit about my diet soda or some of my packaged foods. You can just go ahead and stop watching because there's going to be some of that in here because I'm a real woman who does have some background in the integrative nutrition, but I'm also a realist, knowing that I do want some Chex cereal sometimes, and sometimes I want me some diet soda. So that shit's gonna be in my pantry. So let's go through my haul, shall we? I'm gonna flip the camera around. Hi, close up Facebook, here we go. All right, so here we are. Some eggs, right? Good, wholesome protein. Gotta get yourself some eggs. Have those in your refrigerator. I'm currently about 5.5 weeks out from a bodybuilding show, so I will not do yolks. These are typically for my son. I'm just really cognizant of my fats right now. Not that they're bad for you. It's just I like to have my fats in other areas, and I too take some omegas, so my omegas are covered. Apples, Honeycrisp are my favorite. That's just the yummy ones that I love. Let's see. Vanilla, because I have protein pancakes almost every single day. So that goes in my protein pancakes. I do most of my cooking with pan spray. So I don't do a lot of heavy oils in any of my cooking. I don't fry a lot of stuff. Like I said, I like to make sure that I eat my fats in other sources that are more fun, like the magical food group of chocolate. So I will use pan spray for just about everything. Protein pancakes, chicken breast, anything you could possibly imagine. Cooking eggs for my son, all that is done with pan spray. So that is that. Let me set that aside. Cheerios. Oh my God, you can have Cheerios when you're dieting. Oh, yay. No, but really these are for my son because I'm not a big fan of Cheerios. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll eat them, but they're not my go-to in terms of cereal. So those are just like, it's good to have these portion sizes out because I don't know about you, but like my cereal bowl, you guys, is an obscene size of a cereal bowl. So I get these for my son because otherwise a box of Cheerios will last us maybe 2 days. Okay, and then he also likes these Silk dairy-free yogurts, and these ones are a little bit higher in protein than typical traditional cow's milk yogurt. So they're not too bad. Silk is not too bad in terms of the macros there. This is for my son. I'm not a big fan of granola bars because they're way high in calories and not something that I want to waste. So these are 140 calories. There's like basically no protein in these. So this is just like a fun snack for my son. Occasionally here and there he'll have one of these. Popcorn is my jam. This is my son's popcorn. I try to get him stuff that doesn't have a ton of butter in it and a lot of extra calories, so he'll snack on that. But you guys, this stuff is magical. So if you have salty cravings at nighttime and you like to ravage through a huge bag of chips or that Skinny Pop stuff, let's be real, a whole bag of Skinny Pop is not hard to consume. So these Skinny Girl popcorns, one bag, you're good. Kills the craving. So in terms of processed packaged goodies, that's what I have for that. I also am a big, huge fan of vanilla Chex. and also some chocolate checks. So these two are actually mine. If somebody touches them, they may get hurt. No, just kidding. But I make these, you guys, with... I make protein cereal, so really super easy. Almond milk, a scoop of protein, and my checks. And you get your macros, so you get your carbohydrates and your protein in there. So when carrying on. All right, so and then this is the protein that I'm using right now, just getting rid of it because it's not like my top favorite, but had it handy, and so that's what I'm currently using. Okay, and then asparagus. These guys in here, and then also some cilantro because it's amazing fresh on veggies. Mushrooms, my favorite, so tons of that. And then this is a fun little hack if you are trying to save your carbs for fun foods, because that's what I teach is ditch deprivation approach, which is using cleverly your carbohydrates in other ways. So I like rice, but I also would prefer to have something more fun like chocolate checks. So I do get a lot of my filler foods and stuff from veggies. So riced cauliflower. And no, it doesn't taste like rice, but you can season it up and it adds volume. So a lot of times when you are dieting, you feel restricted and you're not really full very often because you're not consuming a lot of food, right? Because going into a calorie deficit, a diet, is going to create a lack of calories. And so that feeling of satiety, of fullness is typically not there. So especially in contest prep, I like to have a lot of filler foods. And so rice cauliflower is the way to go for that, because I can have a ton of it. I usually, you guys, no joke, will eat almost this entire bag in one serving, along with my fish and my chicken or whatever it is that I'm having. And then I'll have me a bowl of protein cereal because that shit's fun. Anyways, and then green onions go on everything that I make pretty much, fish, chicken, all that. And then corn tortillas are magical and heavenly. And I usually will put those in a pan with this magical stuff, so that way I'm not using a ton of oil. And I'll just like lightly season them, get them a little bit crispy. I'll make fish tacos with them with like my swai fish or my chicken or my grass-fed ground beef or whatever. Also, oatmeal. Oatmeal you'll hear a lot about in diets and things like that. You want to search for the old-fashioned oats. The oats that we're used to, like, I don't know if you're a child of the 80s. I'm 40, so go figure. I was raised on Quaker Instant, the packets, right? Because they're easy, throw them in the microwave. Ooh, who does not love me some maple and brown sugar instant Quaker oats? But those are so broken down and processed already that your body doesn't really have to do much to break it down. Who notices that when they have one of those, they're hungry like 15 minutes later? Hi, me. So if you use old-fashioned, honestly, you can still nuke them in the microwave, because that's what I do. I ain't boiling anything on that stove. That takes way too long. So I will pop them in the microwave with some water, couple minutes, you're good to go. It's the same in terms of how quickly it cooks, maybe like a minute more in the microwave. But you have to add your own things to it to sweeten it and do all that. But that's better because you're in control of what goes in your oatmeal. So not a bunch of highly sugary type of stuff, as I just showed you my rice checks, right? Okay, and then moving on, another way that I get most of my protein are egg whites. And so you see I've got 3 containers here. Usually I'll get about 6, but I had a couple extras, so I just scored 3. And the macros on this are really good, right? So there's 0 fat, 1 gram of carbs, and 5 grams of protein per serving. So I will use egg whites in my protein pancakes. I'll scramble them up with some, turkey bacon, and or I will also have one of my favorite go-tos is my bodybuilding chilaquiles, and I would love to take credit for that, but that's Mr. Meaty's recipe, is cooking up some egg whites with ground beef on the side, and frying up some corn tortillas, chopping them up really small, and then pouring green sauce all over it. Oh my gosh, my mouth's watering because it's so fucking delicious. All right, moving on. So a couple things I have to have, or I feel like I might punch a baby when I'm dieting, is cream in my coffee. And I used to be very Hitler-esque with my rules on what goes in your coffee back in the day, but I decided I'm gonna have 2 tablespoons of coffee mate creamer in my coffee, and it's not the end of the world, and it's fine. And I drink it right up to contest, and it's all good. The world didn't come to an end. So this is my favorite. It's the best ever. I don't know. It's like magic in your mouth, like unicorn pee or something. I don't know. That sounded awful. Okay. And then as far as what to drink, I always get, or I find a lot of my clients will struggle with liquid calories, and that is a huge culprit for weight gain. And sometimes we don't realize it, right? I'm a victim of the Starbucks, y'all. My daughter works there, so, and my daughter-in-law. So Starbucks is like my favorite place to go. You guys probably saw my post last week, the week before. If not, go to my page. There is a screenshot of my favorite go-to right now for all y'all pumpkin spice lovers. I have hacked the system a little bit, and so I have figured out a way to make it about 100 calories for a pumpkin spice. Actually, I found another way to make it a little bit less, get a misto instead of a latte, an almond milk misto. But anyways, wow, total tangent, squirrel. So yes, liquid calories are an issue for most people, right? We think fruit juices are healthy, and I'm gonna have apple juice and orange juice and juice. And a lot of times there is absolutely no nutritional value to that at all. So if you're drinking it for health purposes, just know that you're consuming a ton of calories, ton of sugar. Adding to your overall daily calorie intake is going to obviously create an increase, therefore gaining body fat and not seeing your results. So one of the first things I often tell my clients when starting is, let's talk about what you're drinking all day. You know, are you drinking a lot of alcohol? Are you having wine at night? Those things all tend to add up. And trust me, I was living that lifestyle a little over a year ago, girls. I was like, wine tasting is going to be my career. I'm going to be a sommelier. So I need to drink every night to make sure that shit's good. Yeah, it didn't happen. I just was 15 pounds heavier. So just know liquid calories add up fast. And so I like to have things that are good instead of just like, oh, drink water all day long. I love those fitness people who are just like, just drink 2 gallons of water all day long, right? Like, do you want to be in the bathroom all day? I don't. I'm already in the bathroom all day. So I like to enjoy things that are tasty and not just water with lemon in it. So I have here, let's see, LaCroix waters. These guys are no calories, no anything. It's just literally sparkling water. So, however, beware if you are used to sweet drinks or heavily sweetened beverages, these are not sweet. So you will have that little bit of a shocker, but they are flavored. So you will have orange fizzy water, and this one's kiwi watermelon, I believe. And those are my favorites. Now, the one thing that I will make concessions for is the most magical soda in the world. Like, if you aren't on the diet squirt train, I don't think we could be friends. Like, seriously, I don't know if it's like a child of the 80s thing, but squirt is the shit. That and some cherry diet 7-Up. So I will do diet soda like one a day, maybe every other day. Like, I'm not drinking a 6-pack a day. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Is it the best thing in the world? Probably not. But again, there's a ton of other things. Like, I'm breathing the air, and there's like pesticides in the almond orchard across from me. So that's probably going to kill me first, you guys. So again, be a smart dieter, be clever, and know when you can make concessions for things and not just go off the Richter with, oh, I'm not on a diet or I am on a diet. Like, you can find this happy medium and be sane about it and still see results. So I don't know if that was helpful, but hopefully it was for at least one person. You found some little tidbit or tip that maybe you didn't know before. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for joining me in my super messy kitchen and my super not 100% clean grocery haul. Bye.